Good afternoon, ABC. Miguel Lloyd, host of Chamber Live, Vice President of Marketing Communications for the Atlanta Black Chambers, owner of Lloyd Media Group, and all around Black entrepreneurship advocate. Uh, we haven't seen you guys for a couple of months. We've been really, really busy on this end, both with my company and with the Chamber. Lots been going on. And so if you have missed anything, you can always follow us on Facebook and Instagram, or check out our events or Tuesday Talks, or so many things that we got going on here with the Chamber. We got a pretty busy show today. We've got a few guests today. They're gonna start coming in here at about quarter after the hour. We've got Chris Hell, who has her puzzle company. We want to talk about her because it's holiday time. And so there's some opportunities for you to have some stocking stuffers. And she has been an advocate for Black entrepreneurship here in the Atlanta market for a while. For some people anybody who try to get their hands or get close to Jay Bailey with the right center, you had to go through Chris for a long time. But Chris, as in true entrepreneurship form, Chris, she went on and now she's out on her own with the support of the Russell Center. And so we want to bring her on. I bought puzzles already from her a couple of years ago because I wanted my kids to have them. So that was it. And so we also have we've got an event we're doing this weekend with the Embassy. There's a Chamber of Commerce within the New Birth Baptist Church with Jamal Bryan, who's the current pastor, formerly pastored years ago by Eddie Long. But we know they're doing an amazing job there with them as is. And so we're going to talk about what is coming up this coming Saturday is an opportunity for us to all connect. And normally I have my superstar Raquel Hill that sits in with us, but today I got somebody. He got a little gruff going on. Hold on, let me bring him on in here, uh,
Is
brother
is my
Mel.
audio working?
Yeah, we hear you, man, loud and clear, man.
So, I mean,
Thank you.
so the universe can see me. I'm good. The whole universe.
The whole universe can see me. You alive in the living color. We see you recouping from Savannah State's homecoming, and
No
you
doubt.
coming and hanging out with us, man. Mel, thank you for joining us today, man. I know you're gonna hang
Yeah,
out with us for a little while.
yeah, absolutely, man. We got to make it happen one way or another.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we mentioned before you came in, we've been busy the last couple of months, man. We don't stop with the chamber, without a doubt. And so things we had going on with Revolt a couple of months ago, and then we met last week. We met the brothers at Derek Automotive. Let's do a quick recap of what has been going on here for the last couple of months with the chamber.
Well, the last couple months, we're already in. Hey, we got to finish strong as we approach year end because that's what we do.
Hmm.
So you talked about the I would say the new relationship with Derek Automotive, which is the first ever black owned electric vehicle manufacturer
Hmm.
based right here in Atlanta, showroom right in Atlantic Station. So for us to have an opportunity to have a relationship with those brothers and expose them, use our platform to expose
Hmm.
the magnificence of what they are doing and what they represent. Black excellence. I mean, that's powerful. The different committees and groups are still doing the various activities that they put on.
Committee
As a
very near and dear to your heart is November, so it's veterans. You got the Veterans Committee. They've got something going on this month, right?
November 11th, Veterans Day. Shout out to the Veteran Entrepreneurs Group for their Veterans Day panel event at the Russell Center. So Friday, November the 11th at 2 p.m. Everybody's invited, not just veterans, because what we know is everybody's got veterans in their family. It could be a spouse, it could be a brother or a sister. So we open that up to everybody to come out and get that knowledge because they can share that. And I don't want to overlook that right now, at this very moment, our Young Entrepreneurs Collaborative, they're doing a lunch and learn. And so the chair, Marquila Taylor, she sent me a photo, and the room is packed, man, with
Mm.
these beautiful, young people. Young being relative to where I am. I'm still young, but it depends on how you want it.
We still young at heart, brother. Ain't no question about that.
But
No doubt about
yeah,
that.
we got the
But
lunch and learn,
let's
so
pull up.
be
I'm gonna
quiet.
pull up real quick. I want us to take a look at take a look at our.
That's the IG page.
Hear me? Can you guys hear me now? Melvin, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. So were you
Okay.
speaking? Okay, because I
Yeah,
could not.
yeah. This I had it muted. This is normally our sister Raquel. So as we mentioned, we had Stephen Branch. I'll let you run it down. You go ahead and kind of run
Yeah,
through some of
I
the
mean,
things you
let's
shared.
start from we haven't done a woman crush in a little bit, but shout out to Michelle Glover, chair of the Women's League. We see here beautiful sister ABC member Bethany Nonami. So this is a woman crush Wednesday, and we look forward to doing that going into next year, and also bringing back the brothers on the Man Crush Monday spotlight. And then the next thing you see, that is the Tuesday Talks featuring Derek Automotive, Stephen Branch with Derek Automotive was speaking, but also Mr. Derek Bailey himself of Derek Automotive. And this is the brother, the CEO, who founded the company. And as I look, shout out to our girl, Miss Raquel Hill. She did her one woman stage play. Miguel, it was powerful, man. The girl is going to Broadway. We're gonna stop by the Fox Theater first, and then but we headed to Broadway, man. So I see there's a group shot there of that was ABC night, which was that Friday, and the members came out to support her. The Women's League, they did their live, they did their monthly live, and they were in support of breast cancer. So I'm seeing a couple of members there. One in particular, Anissa Palmer, who has a nonprofit that really supports women and educates all around breast cancer. So shout out to the ladies. I'm seeing that Advancing Black Businesses, our 501c4, the Georgia Secretary of State Candidates Forum that we did over at Ali at Lakewood. And so, got to give a shout out to both candidates who showed up, came through, responded to tough questions, and really gave the community an opportunity, hey, to take a look at these two candidates now that you've been informed and further educated. So we do want to recognize that they came through for our community. And again, that's Advancing Black Businesses, our 501c4, which is, say, the policy arm of the larger conglomerate, if you will, which is the chamber, the ABC Foundation, and then ABB, Advancing Black Businesses. And I know some folks may not be fully aware of how we're moving, but it's very powerful what we've established with the triple play, the chamber, the foundation, and the 501c4. So yeah, man, you know how we do, and we're all about business, and the membership understands that there's a big vision here, and these activities all are very strategic to building and something that is sustainable and that is
Absolutely.
critical for our future, brother.
And that's just that's and there's still a ton of stuff that's been going on in the chamber here that we probably didn't even get to because
No,
we got a couple of our guests already ready to roll. We're gonna bring them in here in just a second because as we mentioned, we have a couple of events that are going on. You know what? I'm gonna do it a little bit different today because I just want us to rock today. I'm gonna bring them both in at one time, and we're gonna talk about everything
that's
we've
good.
got going on here with the chamber. Let me get it right. Let me get it right before we do that. Let me see. Boom. And we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do we gotta pivot. You know how it is, Mel. We gotta pivot when it's all said and done.
Yeah, yeah, and the term they're using now is, man, you got to stay agile,
You
man. So
gotta stay
whatever,
agile. They gotta stay
whatever,
agile.
whatever gets thrown your way, man, you got to make it happen. So look, we are blessed and highly favored, man. I'm talking, you know, to be in the presence of queens. I mean, that's always that gets me excited, man.
Let us introduce the two queens we have who are hanging out with us today. I talked about Chris Hale a little bit already. As I mentioned, sister Chris. If you wanted to get to the good brother Jay Bailey or anybody at the Rice, this was the gatekeeper with that beautiful smile who sat up here and you said, "Oh, you want to get to who? You need. I'm over here." But during that whole time, this sister had a good little hustle going on because she was creating some great puzzles for kids, and I think I purchased a couple puzzles a couple years back for my kids. And so, Sister Chris Hale, good afternoon and welcome to Chamber Live. Uh,
Hey everybody, hey
I,
good people.
I need to find my little applause thing. I'll find it. I'll find it. And
There you
I'll
Mel,
give
go.
I'll give
uh,
it up myself.
there you go. There you
Hey
go. There you
everybody,
go.
thank you for having me today.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Mel, I'm gonna let you introduce Sister Ursula and what we got going on in Saturday because we're gonna have a group family conversation today.
Yeah, so this gives me an opportunity to um, spotlight the importance of like collaboration and having relationships in our community because Ursula represents another organization, though she is an ABC member because she's all about her business, but she's in leadership
Hmm.
with another organization which is Embassy International Chamber of Commerce, and so we have an opportunity to
Right.
collaborate with our partner on an event that's happening on Saturday, the Family Financial Empowerment Summit at the New Black Wall Street Market. So, we're just super excited that Ursula has made herself available to join Chamber Live today. But she has so much or so many other things that she can talk about because she's a powerful sister. But we're happy to have you, Ursula. You want to say hello to everybody? And
Hello, absolutely. I'm excited to be here and I'm loving the family thing because I just think it's key to our advancement as Black businesses. So glad to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. I had the
Yeah.
pleasure. I had the pleasure of making Pastor Jamal Bryant, my frat brother's acquaintance in D.C. at the U.S. Black Chambers, and I mentioned about this event. He said, "Oh yeah, the chamber. I'm going to be hanging out with you guys in a couple weeks." And so there's a breakfast. Tell us a little bit about that, Ursula, the breakfast, which is coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, so New Birth annually hosts an entrepreneur's breakfast. And of course, we formally did that at the church, but we recognize the importance of being in the marketplace, being present beyond the four walls. And so, because Dr. Bryan is such a champion of Black entrepreneurship and loves the new Black Wall Street, when the opportunity came for us to do this in a big way, meaning we could marry the Family Financial Summit with the Entrepreneur Breakfast at New Black Wall Street. Of course, um, every stakeholder was just like, yes, let's do it. So
Mm-hmm.
we're collaborating. We're coming ahead of the Family Financial Summit with the breakfast. Dr. Bryant, Chairman John Hope Bryant, and Angel McCoughtry, two-time WNBA winner and serial entrepreneur. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just the right move at the right time.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know that some of the early bird tickets are gone, so you guys got to pay full price, including me, guy. You guys and me, guy, because I'm trying to pull together some brothers from the 100. We're gonna try to get a table if it's still available to try to
Awesome.
show up and show out.
Yeah.
Jamal was in D.C. At the U.S. Black Chambers. He started off his, I guess you can call it a sermon outside of a church, but his speech talking about apologizing for the Black church to the business community. And he went on to talk about, New Birth and how New Birth is the largest landowner of a nonprofit church in the country. Some 300 plus acres of land that church owns in the
Yes.
Lithonia area, right? And
Mhm.
Correct.
so, people,
Right.
if you don't know Jamal Bryant, this brother is unapologetically active in the community. He is unapologetic about, there's a video circulating right now where he says we don't need a walker on this coming Tuesday. We need a runner.
Right.
So you can look that up yourself. Well, this ain't the nonprofit side, so I can get a little bit on that side. But it's amazing. I'm proud of what you guys are doing over there at New Birth. I'm proud of the fact that they're serious about business with the New Birth community and that they're doing that. Um, Chris, you've been
Yeah.
heavily involved in Black entrepreneurship in the community, both as a community of the Russell Center for years, and now you're venturing out of your own. Talk to us about your perspective on the importance of us as Black entrepreneurs being strong in the Atlanta market.
When I moved out here from California, I was excited to come to Atlanta because I had heard, it's the Black Mecca. That's where you go to run Black business. And what I've found since I've been here is that is true and it is important, but really making sure that we are connected, we are active within the community of other Black entrepreneurs, and that we are working together to help one another out. That's why I love this forum, because it gives me the opportunity to meet beautiful people here, to meet people as I am involved in chamber events. And it's important because you can't be your sole word of mouth. You have to have other people that are singing your praises, and you have to sing the praises of other people that you meet and that you encounter. So it is incredibly important to connect, to meet, and to grow. And in that, finding your tribe and other entrepreneurs, because you need that support in general. Entrepreneurship is very difficult and it's hard, and you need to find people to work with. So having Atlanta as a Black Mecca of entrepreneurship and business, or having that be what it's known for, has been really a blessing for me, because about 95% of the people that I know and spend time with are entrepreneurs. It's where I found my shirt. It's where I found my products. It's where I find my customers, all of those things.
Talk to us about how supportive the Russell Center and Jay Bailey and the team has been. A lot of times, we're in a different season right now. We're in a season where people are not afraid to hide their side hustles anymore. All right, I'm working over here, but I got this going on over here, and you either take me as I am or I'm going somewhere else. But talk to us about that support you got from them.
Working at the Russell Center, the Russell Innovation Center for Entrepreneurs, it is so significant being an employee there, being a person that works there, because you have firsthand encounters with everybody within that building. Not only do we have the Atlanta Black Chamber, but there's GMIN, the Georgia Micro Enterprise Network, ACE. And so it is a building of support. It would be very difficult for Jay to look at me as an entrepreneur and say, I need you working and not running your business. But what he says instead is, Chris, I need to see you grow. I need to see you fly. How can I support? And it's funny because when I was making the decision to move from 9 to 5 to be a full-time entrepreneur, everybody kept saying, well, what did Jay say? What did Jay say? What Jay said was fly. I want to see you soar. I want to see you fly. And even my outgoing, even on my last day, his outgoing message on all his social media platforms was how excited he was for me and how proud he was, and to support me. Everybody buy a puzzle was the message. And the Russell Center, they wrap their arms around you. They make sure that you have what you need. And for me as a staff person, it was a blessing, because not only did it help me grow my business, it also helps me to help other entrepreneurs and have those conversations in a community of people that you can talk to. I'm sorry, I can go on all day. You must stop.
No, we don't. This is what we're here for. Go ahead, Mel. You want to
I was going to say, we have people listening who are like, what is Dope Pieces? That's,
yeah, we ain't talking about the product yet. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
So Dope Pieces Puzzle Company is a jigsaw puzzle company that we focus on the artwork of artists of color. So they are mural and fine art pieces that are done by artists of color that positively represent the Black and brown diaspora. So I will just throw up a couple. So this is my Mismatch Malcolm Marley. I don't really specialize in children's puzzles per se, but I will do a family puzzle. And the reason why I call this one a family puzzle is because there's an opportunity for families to come together, turning off your screen and talking about this beautiful brown face that you see here. I'll also show you just a couple more. My James Baldwin, which is done by an incredible artist. You can see my ring light in there. By an incredible artist, Rachel Crosby. And then my personal, I love them all, but this one I am in love with. This is called I Am. And it is pictures of Black men praying over one another, which I love this piece. And so Dope Pieces Puzzle Company, we specialize in jigsaw puzzles that positively represent the Black and brown diaspora. The puzzle industry is, as of last year, it was ranked at 11 million, scheduled to go up to 17 million in the next 5 years, and then a trajectory of possibly 21 billion. I'm sorry, I'm saying million, but it is actually billion. It is
Right.
an $11 billion industry. And right now, from my personal count, there's about 11 Black-owned companies, and we all know each other. We're all supportive of one another. But there is enough, art and puzzles and jigsaws to go around for everybody, but there isn't enough representation of positive images for Black people who love to puzzle. I've been puzzling since I was 5. I had
Mm.
aunts who did it and, teachers who did it, but not many pictures and images of, you know, Black kings. And so
I'm gonna pull
I
up your
really wanted
website
to,
here. Let me pull up your website here real quick.
yes,
Yes,
dopepieces.art.
yes, Queen. So this is our sister. It's our sister. Let's see if we can pull up a little bit of her product. The product here. Let me see.
The product is here. You got to scroll down. We just did a
Okay.
brand refresh, so the website's all new. The puzzles are on there, $24.99. I will ship them out to you.
And it's holiday time, y'all. It's Kwanzaa
It's
time.
holiday
It's
time,
Christmas
y'all.
time. It's time that we sit up here and we make sure that we sponsor. We make sure we take care of our own. Make sure that we support our own. And Chris, you got a little bit of time. You can hang out with us, talk with us for a little while longer.
Absolutely. I want to hear what y'all talking about.
Okay. All right. Well, this is what we do. So let's circle back. I want to go back and talk about our event on Saturday, because there's 2 parts to it. And Mel, I know you can probably support us on the financial literacy committee, financial committee part of what's going on Saturday. But Ursula, let's talk a little bit about what we got going on this Saturday. I don't know, Ursula, you frozen?
Absolutely.
There you
Yes,
go.
sir.
We got you. We got you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
Yes, sir. So, it just pure and simple. It's a great breakfast, and you're going to hear from 3 great speakers. Again, Dr. Bryant, Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant. And I don't know if you've ever heard Chairman John Hope Bryant of Operation Hope speak, but
We've had him a couple of times with the chamber. We've had him. Yeah, he's blessed us with the chamber a couple of times.
Yes. So yeah,
So,
and
so,
we're gonna have networking.
mhm.
So come ready to share your information about your business, and have some great breakfast. I think we're expecting to have some salmon cakes. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's always
So
good.
yeah,
Black
it's
folks
just
and
gonna be a
salmon
great
cakes, stripper
time.
grits.
Yeah. Yes.
Mel, you
Yes.
want to jump in,
So
brother? Go ahead.
and it's just a kickoff.
Yeah. I was just going to say, so, I mean, Pastor Jamal Bryant and John Hope Bryant on the same ticket, plus the sister who is she a former WNBA player? Ursula,
Yeah.
talk about the young lady.
Angel McCartry. She played for the Atlanta Dream and some others. She's a legend in the WNBA, and I know she had a major injury last year. I think she had a major knee injury. I don't know if she's not playing this coming year, but yeah, Angel McCartry is no joke. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a powerful lineup.
Oh, we having a little connection problem here with you, Ursula. But this is a great opportunity for you guys to connect. And like I said, those 2 Bryant brothers, John Hope Bryant, Jamal Bryant. You know what's amazing to me, as accomplished as John Hope Bryant is, and all the things he's doing in the community, how many people still don't know who he is and what he's doing, and the fact that he's based right here in Atlanta. Chris, you probably can. It's crazy. It really is.
Well, honestly, John Hope Bryant is what brought me to Atlanta. When I moved here in 2013, I worked at Operation Hope. I started in our LA office, the LA office where Operation Hope started, as a tour after the LA riots, and I moved here as the Atlanta office was being built. And so just this conversation is a bit full circle for me, as I, have ended my official time with the Russell Center, although I still work with them. But, just John has had a passion for the Black community, business, and financial literacy for over 30 years.
And he's doing an
that's going to be
amazing
dynamic.
job in that space. We're gonna sit up here. Ursula, actually, she may have dropped off on us. So let me go ahead and I'm telling you, boy, y'all working me today. Y'all working my production side today.
You got it, all this Black excellence. You got it. You well skilled.
Absolutely. But no, that's amazing. I think John Hope, he's got that one. What is the 1BB program that he has, Melvin?
Yeah, and that's what the breakfast is about. Is to promote the 1MBB initiative, 1 million Black businesses.
Absolutely.
By 2030. That's the initiative coming from Operation Hope. And he's got all these partners, the Atlanta Black Chambers, um, the Embassy International. He's got a host of chambers and other organizations who are part of this movement here. So there's a lot of collaboration, and so yeah, it's good to
Shopify
bring
as
all of
well,
that
right?
together.
He is doing a
Shopify is
program with
also a partner
Shopify.
with
Sure
them,
is.
right?
He is doing something with Shopify.
Shopify is the I would say the corporate partner that is definitely pushing it forward and providing a lot of juice. So yeah, you're
And
right.
Shopify provides a lot of opportunities for entrepreneurs as well as Black-owned businesses. It's the platform that I use to do dope pieces, and they are phenomenal. They are phenomenal. So it is absolutely well worth anybody's time to go hear John speak, go
Mm-hmm.
hear, both the Bryants speak. That's going to be a great opportunity. And I think that's what makes Atlanta so special, is that you have so many things that are for the culture, that are for Black-owned businesses, in this space. You just got to make sure that you're aware, and you all having this platform, putting that information out is very important.
Yeah, it's ace. And here's the thing: we have enough opportunities to talk to each other and meet each other, but now you got to execute. It's time to do the work, right? The 1 Million Black Business Program, it takes work. It's not just you going to the event and all of a sudden you're going to be on this platform, but it's not a lot of work. When you talk about, and I'm assuming it's still there, the Shopify program, they're going to sponsor you to get your own Shopify store. And as you know, Chris, is that there's some costs associated with that. And if there's some costs that's going to be
Absolutely.
covered by an organization, by Operation Hope, then we have to take advantage of those opportunities without question. So
Please do that.
I want to jump into, there's a few comments. We want to get some folks who have some comments. Let's see. We've got Denisha Thompson. I highly recommend dope pieces, puzzles. They're highly quality puzzles with beautiful representation of Black people and culture. Let's see. Sister Trish.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's see. We've got Trisha Jones. He's amazing, talking about John Hope Bryant. Look like Sweet Mango also is in our comments. Let's see. Operation Hope is a wonderful organization. That's the type of stuff, as we know the way it is in this day and age, man. It ain't about us telling you how great it is. When the people are out there in the marketplace and they're telling you how great it is, that's the stuff that we're looking for. Let me see, we got Ursula back in here. Let's see if we can get her back in here in just a second. But, I'm just so proud of everything, of all the work that we continue to do as a community. It's a lot of work, man, but it's all well worth it, because here's what we know. It's going to take leaders like the people on the screen to increase that number of going from the 97% of Black-owned businesses who don't have any employees, that are single operators. And so we got to continue to support each other. For you, Chris, to say of the puzzle industry being as large as it is, only 11 Black folks that are in that space.
There might be more, but from my research and from the people that I found, and it's grown more. We need more representation. We need more
Correct.
brown faces and beautiful art.
Absolutely. No question about it. I met a guy the other day, and I gotta reach back out to him, and he's in the digital space as far as helping to generate revenues in that space. I got his card right here on my desk. But Ursula, I want to circle back to you, because you got a business too. So let's talk about the type of, what do you do in business, and make sure that we give you opportunity to promote the work that you're doing in the space.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we got you.
Am I coming across clear?
Yes, we got you.
Okay. Well, I have several businesses myself. I am a web developer and a business strategist, as well as I originally started in Christian entertainment, trying to create space for, Christian hip hop artists. And then it grew to visual artists, television, and film makers. So we're a professional association that just tries to establish their businesses on the ministry side. So I stay busy.
As we all do, we had our networking session down here in the South Metro, and we always let people talk about, what are your slash? Because all of us got slashes. We do this, and we do this, and we do this, and we do this, because there's so much opportunity for us to connect in the marketplace. There's a question, Chris, you might be able to answer this, and I'm pretty sure I think I know the answer to this, but there's someone asked the question in the chat: is Shopify program for product based only, or is it also for service based? It is for service based as well, but I want to make sure you may have a better answer for me than I just gave.
So as far as I know, Shopify is mainly for product.
Okay.
Because I have a product company, I haven't delved in to see, but honestly, I can't answer that question
Okay. Well, I would say
100%. But I know that for product
reach out to
companies,
Operation Hope. Operation Hope, I'm sure they've got an answer for you. Right.
Mm.
or Shopify is also very, very
Yes.
communicative.
Okay.
They're
And
very
that was
communicative.
Sweet Mango Juice, whoever that is on YouTube. So for people who are watching this, they can either watch us here right now, either on Facebook or YouTube, and so they're coming from both platforms. So thank you for that question. And there are, if Shopify is not the platform to use for you, Sweet Mango Juice, then there are others who are you can sell digital products, because at that point you're going to be selling. And here's the other thing about service based. You can sell digital products through Calendly, which a lot of us use Calendly to schedule our appointments. You can
Oh,
also, I charge for my consulting service. If you pick a certain consulting service, you can charge for that time. And so there's opportunities through a platform like Calendly as well. So I hope that answered your question. And if anyone else has any help to help answer that question, please drop that in the chat. All right, so I want to circle back. Let's talk about the Russell Center a little bit more because
okay.
we are all active in that space, obviously through the chamber. The chamber, Melvin, we have an office there, and there may be some. We've participated in hosted programs that we were hosting activity when the Russell Center was under construction, like
Early days.
early
Melvin was
days.
calling me all the time.
We had our media panel that was there from a couple of years back before the pandemic. And now every time I walk in the Russell Center, I'm like, this place is something new every time I walk through the door.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. So one of the things in the early vision is Jay had asked the question, you know that Atlanta is a place for Black-owned businesses, but where do you go to find them? Like, where is a central location that if you are looking for something where you find Black-owned businesses or they find the resources that they need? And so it was one of the things that they really wanted to do, and it was part of our very early conversation. And so now if you're looking for advertising, if you're looking for forums and communities to join, you can go there. If you're looking to update your computer skills, if you're, an older entrepreneur, you have that opportunity to do that. And people are consistently coming to the building to host events that are open to the community. And so following us on, following the Russell Center on not LinkedIn, on LinkedIn, because they post up a lot on there, but on their social media outlets, it always allows you the opportunity to see what's happening in the building. And they are always booked. They are always full of people coming in. Today they had an admiral from the Navy come in for Veterans Week, and he is one of the highest ranking Black men in the military, and talking about contracts, government contracts, talking about everything. And so there's always a conversation that is, and it's a rule of ours, like we don't do birthdays, we don't do weddings, if it is not on mission and on brand for community or for business, it isn't something that can be hosted there. So there are always things happening at the Russell Center.
Absolutely.
Go ahead,
And Miguel, because we have Ursula, and Stonecrest is a special place for us as well. If you know a little bit about that community, and there's a lot of great energy there and great things, and so we have a spokesperson with us. So could you share a little bit about what's going on in Stonecrest? And shout out to the Stonecrest Chamber. I know they work very closely with you,
right?
And the Allen Entrepreneur Institute, all that stuff. Ursula, I know you're a part of that family, and there are people listening who don't really know what's popping off in Stonecrest, but I know it's booming.
Right. Well, I'll say this as a stakeholder, a rights stakeholder as well. We look at ourselves as like the sister connection to what's going on at Rice, and really trying to generate Black business with the Stonecrest Chamber, with Allen Entrepreneurial Institute, which is the same owners and founder of New Black Wall Street. So we're really trying to attract more business to that area, bring some franchise operations, and really do it big.
There's
Yeah.
and I don't know if they're a part of the community. There's a co-working space that's in the Stonecrest area, and it's escaping me right now. The name of that of that community. And I don't know if you guys remember which one it is.
And are you sure we're not talking
Yeah, I
about
started factory.
yeah,
The factory. What was the
yeah,
name again?
yeah, the
Yeah.
startup factory?
The startup factory. And so I bring that up.
AEI, Entrepreneurial Startup Factory.
I bring that up because in addition to the Russell Center, in addition to the startup factory, in addition to the New Black Wall Street, you got the Gathering Spot, which is another organization that we are connected with. And when you have so many service-based organizations that we have in our Black community, it is important that we have communities. And so these organizations are doing an amazing job of being community. Ain't no competition here. All of us, 1 minute I'm in the Gathering Spot, next minute I'm at the Russell Center. I haven't had a chance to do New Black Wall Street because that weekend it was Norfolk State homecoming, Behold the Green and Gold. So I was in a different mode, but that weekend. But I'm looking forward to next time we do a takeover down there. And I'm not sure. I'm assuming the ink is dried, Mel, about our Christmas party. Has the ink been dried on where we're doing that Christmas party yet?
Yeah, it's drying, so it's all it's all good. We're good for that. Yeah.
So we're doing our holiday party at an amazing place, Modex. Saw my eyes get big. Modex Studios in Buckhead is a Black-owned, women-owned businesses in Buckhead. And if you have never seen this place or never been there, be prepared to be wowed with this atmosphere that is going to be there. It is a dope spot. But this is what we do, man. We try to make sure we're connecting these dots, connecting these threads all over the market, because ultimately, when it's all said and done, we got to have our Black businesses grow. Period. Point blank. End of story. The people like us who are dedicated to what we're doing, because this entrepreneurship thing is not easy, guys. It is not easy. It is not easy, and so we have to support each other and have the ability to move commerce across our community, because all this coming in one door, out the door, out the back door is not going to make it. Go ahead, Chris. I see you coming in.
So I love what you said about, mentioning the Gathering Spot and other collaborative spaces. When I first started working at the Russell Center, one of Mr. H.J. Russell's mentees shared with me, he was like, one of Mr. Russell's big things was collaboration over competition. And it became a thing that we would talk about all the time between Jay and I. Within the Russell Center, we have relationships with a multitude of banks. We have the Chase Lounge downstairs, and we have the U.S. Bank boardroom upstairs. We have a number of people that have common goals for businesses that work within the space. And then my favorite thing, and that I'll share, is that when we talk about the Gathering Spot, the same thing. I'll be at the Gathering Spot one day and working at the Russell Center another day, and really talking about supporting Black-owned businesses and supporting one another. We just had a beautiful mural done in there, and in there, Jay has images of TK and Ryan as you talk about businesses, past, present, and future, as goals, to believe in your dreams and believe in your goals. And not only do they have, pictures of Pinky Cole up there, but they have the Gathering Spot up there, which I love that. And there is enough Black businesses and enough stress and struggle for people to need multiple spaces to go to. We need it all.
I say it all the time. Everybody on this screen in the next 5 years needs to be millionaires. And it's not about anything else. Yeah, our success is one thing, but everybody on this screen is going to know what to do with that access and what to do with those resources to make sure that we're pulling somebody up behind us. And that's the part that we have to get past, is jealousy. We got to get past this, who's getting what. I'm ready to see your puzzles on the next Target commercial, right?
Amen. I wish it on everybody listening and on the screen. I would multi-millionaire, billionaire status on all y'all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because these are the folks who are going to know what to do with the resources. Because when it's all said and done, the conversation's been going around lately with the whole Kanye situation and all of that. But one thing, Russell Simmons, who I follow, and people may have their thoughts about Russell, but Russell was at the forefront of the hip hop community, going beyond just music and getting into pop culture. And one thing he talked about was that every move he made, whether it was fashion, whether it was financing, whether it was music, whether it was entertainment, whether it was TV or movies, it was always someone Jewish who was with him doing those moves. And so he's at that point where he's like, okay, guys, ain't no canceling the Jewish community. My point for bringing that up is that we're at a point that if we're not going to help each other, we got to have resources that's going to help us move. But we need to become our own resource. We need to be able to say, okay, this next big move, I got this great big old idea, and we need to be able to go to somebody in the Russell Center and says, you got a big old idea. I got a whole bunch of money over here. Let's make it work. You got a good business plan. Let's make it work. And we know people. We know Operation Hope folks are doing it. We know the Russell Center folks are doing it. We know that there are plenty of people that are in the investment space. You know, my man, Isaac Hayes III, who's doing his thing with Fanbase. He's doing an amazing job over there. A lot of us on here like, what is Fanbase? The same thing you're doing on Instagram, same thing you're doing on Facebook, same thing you're doing on Chamber on Clubhouse, you can do on Fanbase, and it's a Black owned. And I ain't talking about he ain't Isaac Hayes because that is Isaac Hayes' son. For people who don't know, and he is a tech entrepreneur. And so there's so many opportunities. And here's the common thread: all of them got hooks here in Atlanta. When I go out of town, when I was in DC at the U.S. Black Chambers Conference last week, as soon as I said I was from Atlanta, and I spoke to people from Amazon and Walmart. And all their eyes got big. Oh, we're ready to come to Atlanta and get something done. So rest assured, as it comes, I'm bringing everybody with us. Melvin, I know you got something on your mind over there. I see your wheels turning.
No, man, I was really just listening to you talk so passionately about, us working together, supporting each other. That's my thing. I'm always going to come back to us, Black community, the concept of community. If we stay focused on our community, all of these resources, all of this talent, all these gifts that we have, for the first time in history in a big way, we will possess, retain, reinvest, and build and grow, and say, it would be different than the past 1,000 years where everything that we're blessed with, it's been sort of exploited and others tend to gain more than we do.
Yeah.
And that's the mission that we're on, is to really see that change take place. And that's what this is all about. So we want people to understand that that's what this is all about.
Well, we're gonna wrap this segment up here a little bit. I want to give you Ursula and Chris an opportunity real quick to just, let's once again reiterate what we got going on Saturday. Are there still tickets and tables available for Saturday, Ursula? Okay,
yes.
Okay.
If you haven't already gotten your ticket, please go to Eventbrite. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes.
We got you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go.
And we promoted it a couple of times as well in our newsletter, and so folks should have seen it. You can go back to it, click on register before registration does close for the breakfast.
And Chris, as far as dope pieces, I would say dope puzzle pieces, but I want to get the brand right. I don't mess up people's brands.
Thank you for that.
I got you. Let's talk about your dope pieces. How soon do we got to get this stuff ordered so we can make sure it's under the Christmas tree and we don't miss any of that, or Black Friday, whatever?
Oh, you can order them today. You can order them today online at dopepieces.art. You can pick them up at Village Retail and Pont City Market. You can also pick them up at Merge Company and at Mood Music over in Little 5 Points. But you put your order in today. I am doing orders for the next 2 days back to back. So hit me up anytime, and hit us up on our LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook account, and sign up for our newsletter so we can keep you informed of stuff. But go on and put them orders out.
I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much for both of you for coming on the show today. We appreciate your energy, appreciate what you brought to the show, and you guys go ahead and support these queens and what they're doing.
Thank you.
All right. Brother Mel, let's go ahead and wrap this thing on up. We got a couple more minutes, but I know we got a lot going on here. Fourth quarter is coming down. And so let's talk about what we got going on here in the months of November and December.
Yeah, so our focus is we start strong, we finish strong. And so now we're coming to that year end for the Atlanta Black Chambers. We put in so much work throughout the course of the year, putting a great year together. So many experiences for people who engage with us. And now that we have the best of both worlds, meaning we were only in a virtual world for, I guess, almost 2 years, it seems. Yeah. And so this year, in a big way, the in-person experience came back. And so we don't want to abandon the virtual experience that we discovered and the value in it. So now we've got the best of both worlds. So we were able to do events and activities, both virtual and in person. So the rest of the year, we will officially close out, say, after the first week of December.
Right.
So we talked about the Veteran Entrepreneurs Group, their Veterans Day event. But on November the 17th, we've got a virtual event, part 2 of our How to Do Business with the Federal Government. Okay, so that's a virtual session. The first one was almost 80 people in that particular session. So we're looking forward to November 17th, 11 a.m., coming back with even more information. So we're calling it part 2. But also on that day, later in the evening, we have a How to Do Business with Hilton Hotels, which is an in-person experience where they're going to show us some stuff, take us on a brief tour, some things they want us to see. So November 17th is a big day for us, no doubt. And then later, the 19th of November, which is that Saturday, we have the last open house session of the year. So open house is virtual. What's cool about it being virtual, Miguel, is we are able to have people from literally all over the world attend an open house session where they get to learn and hear about the chamber and how we're built, what we do, our mission. And we've had people, whether it's Africa or Europe or whatever, they want to attend open house because they know that's where they can learn and even ask questions. So Saturday, November the 19th, 10 a.m., that last open house of the year will take place. Registration is open. It's on Eventbrite. It's been in a couple newsletters. It'll be in newsletters leading up to the 19th. So as long as you're in our database and you get our email communication, you will see that being promoted. But you touched on it. What we like to do is we like to have a year-end celebration and holiday party.
Yeah.
And so we're looking at Friday, December the 2nd. Is it Modex, I believe is how you pronounce it. Modex.
Correct.
So Black-owned venue. Sister joined the chamber not long ago. Fabulous venue right there on Peachtree and Far Road. Man, as I like to say, man, super fly. So Friday evening, December 2nd, boy, it's going down. It's definitely one of my favorite events of the year.
It's going to be there. Well, we know Mel like to party. He like turn up a little bit, bruh. It ain't just you. I like to get it in too. So we're gonna have ourselves a good time. The chamber and our leadership and the membership has earned it. It's time to be able to turn up a little bit and smell our flowers for a couple days, and then we'll get into. As we already have had our planning meeting, and we'll be getting ready for 2023. We're gonna be doing some different things in 2023, moving a little bit different in 2023. Even though we'll still be extremely active, but we're gonna be active in a different way. And so it's because you guys, man. What I love about the chamber right now, and I say this all the time, we just had our South Metro monthly South Metro planning meeting, networking session last Tuesday, a couple days ago. I love walking into the room and seeing new faces. And now every time we have an event now, we're seeing new faces. We love to see the folks who've been around, who've been dedicated, but now the people in this market understand the connection that the chamber brings to this community. And so if you are, there's conversation around doing stuff in Gwinnett, and conversations about doing stuff in other counties, different parts. As we know, Atlanta Metro is big. We had somebody come to us to our event in the South Metro, Mel, that was from Dallas, Georgia. So yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They had to be there.
Yeah. So that was an hour, 20-minute ride for them from Dallas down to Pseudo's, and they were happy to be there. And so one thing we did mention too, there's an opportunity now. We've been talking about it, and Mel, we got to get together. If somebody wanted to sponsor Chamber Live today, and I didn't get a chance to reach back out to them, which was the couple from Dallas.
There'll be future Chamber Lives.
There'll be future Chamber Lives, and I told them. They said, "You doing it every week?" I said, "Right now we're doing once a month, but we get enough sponsors. we can do it more often. That's no problem. We got plenty of opportunities to connect in the market." Let's see who else we got going on here in our chat. Make sure to see if anybody else's businesses that are there, because we've had Sister Trish Jones. Please drop in the chat the website to y'all's business because I want to pull it up on the screen. She's been active in the chat the whole time. Sisters from whoever this is with Sweet Mango. She said he or she said we can all be millionaires. There's more than enough money in this world for all of us. You better believe it. You know, folks done ran away from the millionaire status. They on the billionaire status now. So I'm with that as well.
I'll take the million. I gotta get millionaire first. Got no problem with that.
No problem at all. No problem at all. And so actually here's some information about the Stone Mountain. I'm in Stone Mountain. I have a wellness business and looking to provide yoga and meditation to the Black community. I need all the help I can get to get Biz Strategy started. Girl or I keep assuming, I just assume somebody talking about yoga it's a woman. I don't know. But whoever you are, just join the chamber, get involved, and we got you.
So put her email address in there. Let's get that email address so we can put it in the database.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Someone said, how can I join? Here is how you join. If you go to our chamber page, AtlantaBlackChambers.org, right there on the front page, there will be 3 buttons right there. One of them says membership. Click that button and you can join immediately. That was looks like that is Build a Bash. As how can I join? So thank you everybody who is tuned in to our broadcast today. As we mentioned, we'll probably do one more in December before the year is out, Mel. But it's been a great year, man. It's been a great year. A lot of great activity. We know that that all the work that is being done in the Women's League and the Veterans Committee has really kicked up. The Real Estate Professional Services Committee has had an amazing year. We talked about having Brother Moody who did the event, and that's another opportunity for collaboration. People look at Moody being there at the Russell Center doing that, and people would think that they may be competitive. They weren't competitive. They've worked together for years in the construction space. There's a whole lot of buildings that need to be made. There's a whole lot of work that needs to be done, and stop looking at people across the street from you, another Black business, and thinking that they're competition, because they're not. They are not. We're all in this thing together. We got a lot of work to do.
No doubt, brother.
Yeah. So Venue to Go. She said they're currently revamping the website, but Venue to Go, they're doing their thing, and they're definitely big supporters and part of our planning process and everything we're doing here in the South Metro. Is the event with Laugh Out Loud, is that this weekend?
Oh man, I'm glad you brought that up, man. That's Sunday, November 13th.
Okay.
So Sunday, November 13th. It was in Tuesday's newsletter, and it'll be promoted again before the event. But that's a great experience, man. That Glendora, she's not playing, man. I enjoyed it. I went to the first one, and I'm going to go back to future events because you really enjoy the experience that she's producing, man. It's really cool. You need to check it out.
She said, Miguel, you need to come. I said, I think basketball season with my girls, I have a little bit of a hiatus, so one of these Saturdays I'm gonna make my way out there, possibly on that 13th.
And it's Sunday. It's a Sunday.
Oh, it's a Sunday this time because it was Saturday before. Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's a Sunday, but it's cool. It really is.
As I'm sitting up here, my email is over here, and I'm being reminded. I had a conversation, Mel. We got to have a conversation because Cricket Wireless is looking for people to own Cricket Wireless dealers, and I ran into somebody I've had a conversation with her and ran into her again at the Buy Black Conference in DC. Guys, Melvin can attest to it. I can attest to it. There's a lot of opportunity for us to really grow if we have the right mindset and the ability to get into this game at different levels. And so that's another opportunity that we'll be vetting out. I'm vetting out some opportunities for us for Walmart Business, which is a new venture that Walmart is doing now, where you can get a membership and get discounted services, whether it be stuff you need for your office, some of us for our home office, that is our office, and if it could be toilet tissue or paper towels or whatever. And of course, when they brought that to me at the Buy Black Conference, I said, okay, that's great. That's cool. But we also talked about this gap between where entrepreneurs are and getting on those shelves in the Walmart. What are y'all doing about that? And how are you guys going to play a role in that? That's part of the conversation that we're having. And so people like myself and Mel and President Marquis Tate and some others, we vet out a lot of these opportunities for the organization before we bring it to the community, because we want to make sure that it's the right opportunity so that we're not wasting your time or energy. So just stay tuned. stay tuned. The opportunities are coming. Anything else on your mind? Maybe we got about 2 minutes before we get out of here.
Oh man, I think we delivered, man. I know it was a little impromptu with my appearance today, but
Hey,
I
brother.
couldn't resist the opportunity.
Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you jumping in, and we there's always stuff you know about what's going on more than I do. So it's always good to have the man hanging out with us today. All right, family, you guys. I'm gonna be doing another show later on today. I'm gonna be doing my Life Full Circle radio show. It's a little bit different than this. So
Right. And what's your co-host? Yeah, that's the one with your co-host, man. What's her name?
Kia Shakur. She's gonna be hanging out with me. We're gonna talk a little bit. We can talk a little bit of Kanye tonight. We're gonna talk, obviously, for people we lost. One of my boys posted on Facebook that the Migos are like our cool little cousins, right? Our cool younger cousins, and so the young boy Takeoff and his unfortunate demise is crazy. So we'll talk about that a little bit. And there's a couple of interviews that I'm looking to book. There's a show that's on right now. A brother by the name of P. Frank Williams is a producer. He's produced a lot of the great content over the years. He's got a show now that's actually delving into those murders of the rappers. It's becoming an epidemic, man. You know, in the last 4 years, we've lost something like 12 major rappers. You know, and I posted something yesterday, and I said, if you remember how we felt when Biggie and Tupac and Left Eye and Aaliyah died 20, 25 years ago, don't turn your nose up to what these kids. You need to check on your young people, check on your nephews, check on your kids. This kid Takeoff was a major player. He was a major contributor to the community, and they hurting right now. So make sure you check on the young people, because you know they hurting right now. So anyway, all right, y'all. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. This has been Chamber Live. We've had a great time. Thank you, Mel, for stepping in for us and making it do what it's gonna do. We'll catch y'all next month.
Peace.